know you guys are waiting for ASTDX, so I'm going to show you guys everything we know about ASTDX, every single leak, etc. So this is going to be a long freaking banger, guys. So make sure you guys grab some tea, something to drink, and get comfortable because we got a ton of leaks to show you, and I'm so excited. So let's get it started. Before we do, guys, remember we're going to be giving away 1 million Robux at 1 million subscribers. We're trying to hit before May 1st. We're very close. Make sure you guys subscribe and drop a like if you end up liking the video. Here we go. Let's start all the way at the beginning, the first mention of ASTDX, and we'll go all the way to now with the release date, etc. And of course, all the new maps and leaks along the way. Here we go. All right, guys, the first news of ASTDX was posted on June 1st, 2024. So that means the game has been in development for, well, if we take a look at the filming of this video, over, it looks like 9 months. And this was the first mention, XXXXXXX. Looking back, this is kind of funny. He posted it exactly 1 month later, big news soon. 2 weeks later, we got big announcement soon. Everybody at the time thought it was going to be a mega update. They kept teasing us even in August. And again, dude, oh my gosh, they keep teasing us. At this point, he was talking about the big news every single week. And look at this, guys. Within the next few weeks, was it within the next few weeks? 2 weeks later, again, more stuff. Again, the next week. And look at this, again and again. And then in November, we got finally like an actual date. We got Madal making his return, which is big news. If you guys don't know, this is the owner of the Hood. Then we finally got the first trailer, which is kind of like a swan song to the old ASTD. And as we know, ASTD has not gotten an update since. And that's when we got the first announcement of it being called ASTDX. Coming this winter. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And here we go, guys. We're supposed to get an actual gameplay trailer in a few days. When was that, guys? Yeah, that was dang near 4 months ago. Yikes. Anyways. So it's a new game from scratch in case anybody has been living under a rock, and some of your information will transfer, like your join date. I don't know if anything else has been announced to transfer yet, but that is confirmed. And again, that's actually the last we heard about ASTDX, except for the leaks I'm about to show you. And then we have a bunch of news that testing started. So testing started 2 months ago. So that means they've been testing for a long time. And they said releases this winter, no delay. And again, guys, of course, it has been delayed. If we take a look, it is no longer winter. Winter ended like... All right, and then they clarify about join date, and we got, of course, happy end of February, which is our last announcement. However, let's just say we're just getting started in the video. You guys can kind of see the runtime. We got a bunch more leaks, as well as some information on the release date. So let's go. All right, so first off, this is pretty cool. So he said in the last few months of the game, yeah, basically it's just grind rate 11x, just like in every other tower defense game. So he said he's going to add in the feeling of doing challenges. If you guys remember challenge 1 for Rengoku, like the Rengoku style challenge, that was a lot of fun. So I'm glad they're bringing that back instead of just raid spam like every other game. Also, we got some sad news, guys. Bye to the damage task. I'll be honest with you, we are not doing damage tasks again. I'd rather just have a way to grind gems. So F in the chat for the damage task. To be honest, I think the damage task was the one way that they prevented macro errors in the game. Also, F in the chat for Netero, guys. The ASD OG game has been cooked for like 3 months, 4 months actually. All right, here's our first unit leak. I think there were some other ones, but they deleted it, so we'll talk about those later. But here we go, guys. Here's our first unit leak. Comment down below if you know who it is. Also, guys, Gauntlet is gone. Thank goodness. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad. Also, guys, 7 stars are going away. So apparently the limit is going to be 5 stars now. And let's just say they kind of fixing the damage scaling. So the new game has damage nowhere near the million. So, you know, scaling is actually good. However, like dungeon, which is kind of like Infinity Castle type mode, is returning. Again, yeah, confirmation there is not even 6 stars. Of course, guys, the ASTD EXP unit is making a return. And another great thing, guys, so I believe they're going to be limiting Evos, because Evos in these new games are getting out of control. Like a unit that just dropped shouldn't need an Evo. So thank goodness. That was like how OG ASTD worked. And I'm glad that gonna be like that in the new one. I agree with Navy here. He says a lot of games do just make you Evo just for one move. I think that is stupid, and hopefully they you know, fix that. So that is good. Also, we got a leak for Lelouch. Lelouch never showed up in OG ASD, so I'm glad they're adding in the ASTDX. Also, guys, Blessings are making a return to ASTDX. Apparently they're getting a Bakugan collab. I guess we'll see. Here's some more leaks for the units. And look at this right here, guys. You see these on the arms? We'll talk about a little bit more about that in a second. And look at that back there, guys. I wonder what unit that could be. Also, guys, if you guys don't know, even AA has reskin models, but apparently, guys, in the new game, there is no copyright change model. I don't know what this means, if they have like a license or what, but that is good news. Also, guys, Mihawk is returning. If you guys didn't notice, he's actually in the background of the thumbnail. All right, this is something I'm pushing for. We need tower defense games with better console ports. I have friends that play SpongeBob tower defense on console, but yeah, hopefully good console support. Also, guys, Star Pass is making a return, and it's going to be like the original Star Pass. That's cool. And this was our first news, guys, about something that people might think is not good. Traits, guys. We'll talk a little bit more about traits later. All right, remember that arm thing, guys? This is the first tower defense game with R15. Comment down below what you think about that. That is a big change, and they're adding it in because it's more fluid. All right, I will agree you can do better animations with R6, but I'm curious to see if it's going to look good or not. And they hired a lot like better devs. I mean, Fruit was kind of a newer dev when he made ASTD. You know, he was kind of a, you know, it started off as like a proof of concept, and now it's like a full-fledged game. And so they're remaking it from the ground up, and that means it's going to be a lot less laggy, and you can actually keep VFX on, which is actually a W. Also, of course, guys, a reminder, Madao is back, and they actually hired 2 other developers as well. So we'll see if this means we'll get more frequent updates. As long as we get 2-week updates, I'm happy. 3-week updates, All right, so apparently orbs are not making a comeback. So I guess we'll see what this means. But he said they might come in the future. All right, here we go, guys. So we got some units that are not in the game. So Gohan is not in on release, but Rukia is on release. Rukia is an OG ASD unit, and there's like 60-ish units, and apparently there's going to be shinies as well, which I'll show you guys the leak for that later. All right, and here we go, guys. We got another leak. Again, comment down below who this is. All right, thank goodness, guys, Stardust is gone. It's only going to be gold and gems as far as has been said. And apparently we're still waiting for those eggs to open up in OG ASTD. So we'll see, man. We're going to hold Navy to this, guy. So we better get ASTDX to 200k players, which honestly I do think is possible. I ain't gonna lie, this is definitely possible. All right, so a little bit of timing wise, so lots of testing to do as of this date. However, he did say models are all done. So we'll talk about what isn't done in a second. Oh yeah, also attack effects are also done as well. And of course, guys, everybody knows that Navy is a DBZ stand. So there's going to be 7 DBZ units out of 60. That's a lot. There's going to be 2 JoJo units. So probably like the OG ones, like maybe Jotaro, Dio. We'll see. All right, Mob is also going to be in. Also want to give a shout to Josuke. He's one of the few ASD content creators left. All right, make sure you guys check out his channel and hit that subscribe button on there. And he has a bunch of leaked videos, and I believe he speaks a different language. I'm not sure which one that is. But if you guys are to speak that language as well, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. He's almost at 500. All right, so people are going to ask about the level cap. So it's confirmed that the level cap is going back down to 80 for units. Thank goodness. 175 was a bit wild. Here's an interesting one. There's apparently a Dan NPC. So who do you think that is? All right, you guys are probably wondering what DH is. So DH is Demon Hunter. That's a game that Fruity-sama and Navy are working on. All right, so this is the first moments we realized that, let's just say, the game might not drop on time. Look at this, guy. So the builder that they commissioned has been holding us back 1,000 years. All right, I'm going to show you guys some of the maps. They look good, but they take a while to make, and we'll talk about that in a second. All right, also Blue Lock. I don't know. For some reason, the ALS Blue Lock update got a lot of hate, but here we go, guys. Will Blue Lock be coming on release? No, but it is planned, so keep that in mind. Wait, okay, so we're getting some contradicting info. So apparently there's not gonna be a Star Pass on release, but it will be an update. I'm a little bit confused on that. So I guess we'll see what happens. They kind of, I thought it sounded like they said there'd be a Star Pass, but I guess not on release, but a little bit later. And again, we're getting a lot of information about the map builder taking a while. All right, here we go. So a lot of you guys are wondering about the update schedule. So is the update gonna be bi-weekly or tri-weekly? Weekly or bi-weekly? That's gonna be crazy, guys. I'm not gonna lie. If they can actually pull that off, dude, they are in for a treat. And here we go, guys. Confirmation. Will there be Stardust and special summons? No. Thank goodness. I believe this is a leak for this game. Comment down below if it's for a different game, but here we go. I think this might be a mount. That might be the first picture of the lobby we get, or a map. I'm not sure yet, but this picture was posted. All right, here we go, guys. We got a leak of some more models. So here we go, guys. We got 2. Apparently there's separate units, or it might be a shiny. I'm not sure yet. I'm trying to read this other message, guys. It's not the shiny anyway. Okay, yeah, so this could be a separate unit. So here we go, guys. We got 2 versions from Naruto. All right, looking good. I'm very excited, guys. You guys can kind of see how good these models look. You guys can kind of see the creases right here. That's part of what makes it R15. So like more parts can move. So honestly, these look pretty decent for models. All right, here we go, guys. You guys can kind of see with like the bends in the arms, etc. There's a lot more animation. And I don't know if these are both units or what. I'll freaking remember this guy from Anime Switch, dude. Maybe they bought the models or something. All right, I don't know if this is a leak or not, but I'm pretty sure we can expect to see like the OG 6 stars and stuff come back to the game. I think this says there's gonna be 4 maps. I'm not sure. Also, here's another leak, man. Is this shiny Sukuna or what? And I'm trying to see this in the back here. You guys can kind of see this corner of this shirt. Who do you guys think the corner of this shirt is? They always put a little bit of leak in the background. All right, here we go. We got another leak right here. Whose arm is this? Comment down below if you know whose arm this is. I legit don't know. All right, so here's Vegeta's head. And who's this next to it, guys? You see this fire aura? Who is that? All right, here we go. We got some information on the map from Melon R Seeker. So this is part of the map. He says, I finished one building, and then Navy exclaim is crying. Here we go. Look at this, guys. I think I can have that for you today if all goes well. 3 months, 10 days ago today. Man sounding like freaking Fruit Yeager right there, man. Oh my gosh. I feel like it's been longer. Jeez. All right, again, we're getting copyright names, but not copyright models. All right, here's some interesting information, guys. Unit limit is 3/4, so the damage number isn't super low. Not sure what that means. It means like the placement limit. Of course, we're getting infinite mode on release, and evolving is going to be the same as in the old game. I'm just hoping they keep the number of evos low. All right, so Zeem has been working on the trailer for over 10 days now, so I guess we're still waiting for that. All right, here we go, guys. So we got Ramen Guy. Potentially a new farm unit. Could be cool. Or maybe he's going to heal your base. Let me know down below what you think he's going to do. And I'm assuming this is the shiny version. I don't know why they crossed off his face, though. If you guys know who, like, what this would look like normally, let me know. And it's not like the 6-pass version, so maybe that's a future Evo. Also, guys, trading is not on release. Yikes. That's actually a big L, I think. I don't know, man. What do you guys think about trading? I don't know, man. Trading was a big part of the game. It'll get trading eventually, but not on release is crazy. All right, so Idol won't be on the game off rip, but Irwin is making a comeback. I mean, obviously he's an OG. He's an OG unit, so you got to bring him back. Also, there's going to be a code that gives you a mount, just like in the OG game. Nice. If you guys remember the Nimbus Cloud. Yeah, again, they're still throwing this map builder under the bus. Still waiting for those maps. All right, so apparently there's some sort of skin. So game exclusive Naruto skin. Ooh, this is interesting, guys. They're taking some stuff from BTD6. What do you guys think that would be? I don't know. If they have battle mode from BTD6, that would eat. Yeah, they're still waiting for the maps, but Zeem is working on the trailer still. Also, 2x speed is coming on release. Thank goodness. That's a huge W. All right, again, we got confirmation about Nimbus. Also, some information about trades from Fruit. Are good trades going to be easy to get? Yes. So hopefully it's free to play. We'll see. He says, will ASD have trait or stat? He says yes. I hope they don't add the stupid stat feature. I freaking hate that feature, man. It is so annoying. All right, so elements are also making a return as well. Yeah, so apparently they say they're still waiting on a builder, guys. It's been a while. He's really been trying to get that builder to DM him back. Again, it was supposed to be released this winter, but they're still waiting on the maps. All right, so apparently people are saying that this is the new DBZ map. I don't know, man. This might be for Vanguards. I don't know. You guys let me know down below what game this is for. Yeah, I don't know, man. This kind of looking maybe more for Vanguards, but this is the same map builder. You guys remember the messages I showed earlier. So this was on his Twitter that he posted right here. Let's see if they said what game it's for. Let's see here. Is this for ASTDX? And he said yes. So there you go, man. Apparently the map was free. What? I know he takes percentage cuts. He doesn't do commissions, which is interesting. And yeah, he's the same guy that makes the maps for anime Vanguards, which is pretty wild. Like this guy, I don't know how he makes these maps, man. These are crazy. And look at this, guys. You can see Navy in the comments begging for the map. That's wild. I guess this means this isn't a ASTD map, but you can see kind of like the quality of the maps and what they're going to look like. All right, here's the other leak that he posted on his Twitter. So this is a map for ASTD, which looks pretty dope, not gonna lie. So this is like Arlong Park type map. Honestly, that's kind of crazy. Wow, look at that, guys. I think that's pretty dope. What do you guys think? All right, now there is a lobby leak floating around, but I'm not allowed to show it, guys. So the new lobby will be shown in the trailer. So after the trailer is shown, I can show you this sneak. So it is out there, but I'm not going to show it, guys. I don't want to get the devs in trouble. And yeah, I talked to some of the devs about it, and they're like, yeah, just hold off on posting that. So we'll post that maybe later. However, I can show you this, guys. So here we go, guys. I believe this is Yeah, I believe, yeah, he said I could show this one. So here we go, guys. Look at this. So this, I think, is part of the lobby. This looks like the dungeon mode. I'm thinking. So it looks pretty dope. It's like a rework of the OG one. Looks so much better. I'll actually show you the OG one right now. All right, so here we go, guys. So this is what it looked like before, and then this. Oh wait, that's the. And this is what it looks like after. Like, what do you guys think? This. The quality is going absolutely crazy, guys. Look at that. That's insane. All right, guys. So I ran out of all the leaks I can show. So as far as when we're expecting the update, honestly, any weekend now. Unfortunately, we're still waiting on a lot of information, and there is a few other leaks out there that I'm not sure how accurate they are. But if you guys have any other ASTDX leaks, please DM me them on Discord. My username on Discord is Alopec. And yeah, I can't wait to go play the new game, and catch you guys soon.